Welcome to The Divide with Mike and Corey, two diehard baseball fans who don't agree on anything. Which side will you choose? This
Welcome to The
is
Divide.
The Divide
With Mike and Corey.
It's your boy Todd Frazier.
Hey guys, I'm Julie Stewart-Biggs.
Hey, what's up? This is Cliff Floyd. You can catch me on The Divide.
You can catch me on The Divide on Fox Sports The Gambler.
Hopefully our disagreements one day bring us all together.
So stupid. So corny. And so stupid. I hope our disagreements bring us together.
Yeah, I do. This is The Divide.
And here we are, everybody. Welcome to The Divide live on Fox Sports The Gambler, 102.5 Philly, 104.1 Trentone. Man, I feel like $1,000.
I was going to say, you look a little bit better. We sound a lot better.
Yes. Yeah, dude, I don't know. My neck, the mics, everything was off.
was messed up.
I'm still sore, but I saw the chiropractor on. I waited all the way to Monday.
No.
I did the guy thing, and I was like, I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
53 weeks. We haven't missed a week yet.
No,
so,
we're on fire, man.
Plus overtime.
And it was fun. And you know, because I've been looking up like things in sports history on like specific dates.
Yeah.
Saturday, the 17th.
Okay.
The New York Rangers in 1994 were celebrating winning the Stanley Cup with their parade. They said, this is our day. And then you move over to the West Coast. O.J. Simpson got in his white Bronco
Oh my God.
on the same day and decided to have a nice little police chase.
Nice little stroll.
That's the last time the Rangers were in the spotlight. They had to share it with the juice.
My argument with that whole thing, I couldn't believe how much the freeway was empty for that whole chase.
I know.
So I felt
it's the first time there's no traffic.
Exactly. Like
in
so,
I guess it was the L.A. County, wasn't it?
right. That's
Something
what I'm
like
saying.
that.
Like, dude, when I went there, it was like, oh, it's only
Was it-
3 miles away.
Why do I keep thinking
That's an hour and 10 minutes
it
from here.
wasn't in? Hold on a second. He was riding a Bronco, and I keep thinking Denver Bronco. So it was in Denver. No, it was definitely
It's LA. Yeah, it's got to
Yeah.
be LA. It's like
car chase.
OJ.
OJ.
Well, welcome to The Divide, everybody. My name is Mike. This is my co-host, Corey. Why you checks that? Yeah, man, dude.
28 years, man. Does time fly?
Time does fly.
So let's listen to some things. Today's date, I have some baseball stuff. There's like some U.S. Open facts on this day, on June 23rd, on this day.
Were those guys know?
No, I didn't put the U.S. Open facts down there because come on.
All right.
No. But 1915, the Yankees record 16 walks and 3 wild pitches to beat A's Bruno Haas 15-0.
Snooze fest.
Hit the snooze fest.
Yeah.
Not so snooze fest. 1917, Ernie Shore enters the game after Boston Red Sox pitcher Babe Ruth is ejected for throwing a punch at an umpire.
Oh, who cares?
Ernie goes on to retire all 26 batters he faces to win 4-0 versus the Washington Senators.
Could you imagine
Ruled a
punching-
combined no-hitter.
What happens if somebody punched an umpire?
It's going to happen soon.
Is it?
Dude, have you seen some
Robbie
of the
Alomar
terrible
spit
calls?
on one, and it's been...
I'm just saying, some of the terrible calls,
Yeah.
they're not making, we've talked about this week after week, they're not making a good argument for not being replaced by robots.
But also like the overuse of authority too.
Of
like
course.
I've seen that a lot
Of
more
course,
this year.
It's
where it's like rules are rules.
Right.
Like even that to beat a dead horse, but the McNeil foot. You know, like, oh, you're on the wrong side of the path.
That happened. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm drawing this is my job. Happened in another game. They called a catcher for blocking home plate.
Oh yeah, that was your boy, the guy that played for the Mets for.
Yeah, no, we don't have a sports. We don't have a sports. Yeah, Sanchez. I was gonna say we don't have a sports talk radio show.
Cost them the game, dude.
It's unreal.
Yeah,
unreal. His foot wasn't even blocking the path.
But the manager never left the dugout. He was just upset. He was complaining about the replay, and then the home plate umpire tosses him.
Yeah.
So it's just
he
like
literally walks over, calm and cool. I feel like he maybe said, "Hey, how are you?"
Yeah,
and the umpire was like, "Get out of here! I don't want to talk."
He got ejected before he walked out up to him. He was yelling at the dugout in the dugout. He was yelling. And they tossed him. And he's like, dude, I'm not even complaining about you. You did your job. The replay people screwed this up.
Right.
Like, what, you're defending your colleague? There's 9 of them in New York right now making this decision.
Yeah.
He's like,
after it was challenged.
He's like, you did your job. You asked them to look at it. He's like, and they're saying it's blockage. But, dude, it's about time the Padres And Gary Sanchez actually that love affair ends a little bit because I'm a little butthurt, man. He was a Met for like a day, and now he's like raking over there in San Diego. And,
It's
and
short-lived,
he's in the
man.
middle. He's in the middle of everything.
Short-lived.
I get it. Not yet. I mean, San Diego. Speaking of short-lived, it's same game or same series. Giants, Padres. Juan Soto goes MIA, and it's a long time.
It is so long. It's
through a commercial break.
Uncomfortably long.
Yes.
Uncomfortably long. Like, to the point where, like, we're ready to step in the batter's box.
Yeah.
Still miss. What was he playing? Center field that night?
Yeah.
Still missing your center fielder. And everybody's looking around. Camera doesn't know where to pan. The national Juan Soto's still not out there. What's going on? And he jogs out giggling.
Yeah.
He was pooping.
There's
no doubt he was pooping.
No, there's no other reason for it. I mean, if it was 86, he could have been doing something else. But Mets, that is. I don't know what the Padres did in 86. Nobody cares. I don't even know if they were around yet. Yeah, they were. Obviously.
Yeah.
Duh. That's dumb thing. Yeah. See.
Idiots.
Guys,
I apologize on behalf of my co-host.
They were irrelevant, to say the least. But no, the fact is, it's bound to happen. I'm shocked it doesn't happen more often.
Well, you got to think these are professionals,
and
they do everything professionally, and that includes poop.
Yeah,
you think they're just good at baseball? No, Mike. These guys are good at pooping.
Speaking of that, I was like, man, thank God, Scotty Braun, Todd Frazier. I was with them on Friday in Atlantic City for Foul Territory. By the way, I have a care package for you from them. Yeah, I meant to give it to you beforehand. Aww. They were hoping you'd wear it today. You are not going to wear it today. Spoiler alert.
Don't watch our video then.
Yeah. Pretend he's wearing the nice care package that they gave to you. But it was so much fun. But then I was like, dude, they don't even take a commercial break. Like, at least like Powers
Those guys
Parlays,
are insane, man.
We get a break. Everybody gets a break. They go 3 hours like it's a game.
And when they chop it up on YouTube, because that's their streaming platform, when they chop it up on YouTube, it's I thought for sure like they take breaks, and then they did like a behind the scenes, or they did something where I'm like, those guys don't get up.
No,
and they're just rapid. I love those guys, man. They're
AC. AC. They were there. Dude, all the guys behind the scenes. Their producer Mark Wiener, everybody was just great. Yeah, don't say that. I'm not kidding.
I'm a child. Go ahead.
But yeah, they were all this. Jeremy, their producer, like anything we wanted or needed, they were like, yo, whatever you need. They were willing to show us stuff. We were showing them our stuff. Mm-hmm. So we were sharing secrets. Scotty Braun, after the fact, obviously tired, had a lot of work to do. Spent like 40 minutes just like kind of letting me know what they were doing, but also what we could do. And it was just a very, very cool vibe.
Yeah, man.
If you're in Atlantic City on a Friday, every other Friday, they'll be there next Friday from 1 to 4 at the MGM Sportsbook. It's a fun place. It's a fun time. And man, they were just, it was like seeing Todd again at the beer pong event.
So I can place a bet.
Yep.
Watch baseball and listen to former players talk.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And then get home just in time to watch our show.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Perfect cool. Friday.
It is.
Can't think of anything better.
It was cool.
Let's go back to the poop real quick, because I have a question. I'd like to ask the baseball expert I'm sitting across from.
Right.
Why was there no delay? No penalty, no nothing. You have a batter, you got a batter that is a second outside of getting in the batter's box, and forget it. They are already calling a strike. Yet you can take all the time in the world to poop if you're a defensive player.
Also, like, imagine if you weren't Juan Soto and you were just some call up.
Like if Brett Gardner tried doing that 4 years ago with that's a terrible, Corey, terrible.
Yeah. This is the second poop situation. So if you remember, Alonso hit a home run on purpose so he could go poop.
That's true. Yeah. Well, he swung at the first pitch on purpose. He didn't try, he was like, I'm swinging no matter what. Yeah.
And then he did a loosey-goosey all the way.
That's right. Yeah. Oh, no, he was running tight. That was a duck run if I ever saw one. Oh, that guy's got to poop.
Oh, man.
Oh, well, welcome to Divide Live and our poop edition.
All right.
We need a toilet paper sponsor after that whole ordeal.
Speaking of poop, cornhole event coming up.
Yes, great segue. My God, we're professionals.
July 8th, we'll be in Toms River for the first ever Field of Dreams cornhole event. hosted by PC Richard and Son, and a cast of characters: Mirage Pools, Luigi's, Wings and Things, Island Smoothies, many, many more. 1-800 Autoland. The list goes on and on and on, and just keeps growing. Pisces Media, everybody's going to be there. It's a fun time, but more importantly, Tom's River Brewery is providing all the beer. It's going to be a fun day. There's going to be food trucks there. Sign up now. The link's in our bios. It's going to be a fun event, and it's for these kids. So if you're not familiar and you've been living under a rock, or your first time listening to The Divide, it's the Tom's River Field of Dreams. It's a field where kids with regardless of their ability, can play any sport imaginable.
There's it's inclusion for everyone, basically. And there's just a lot of equipment out there to make everybody, regardless of ability, feel included. It's state of the art. It's insane. We talk about it all the time. Definitely something to check out. And this cornhole tournament's awesome. It's in the summer. You got a brewery there to sponsor everything. Probably a million teams that can sign up. You're close to the Jersey Shore. You guys can make a weekend out of it. And it's for a good cause. A good time for a good cause. Sign us up. You know where we stand on this. You guys need to get on board with the Tom's River Field of Dreams.
No.
Let's go fashion for a little bit here.
Okay.
Because you are wearing, first of all, your Richmond
FC Richmond,
AFC
baby.
Richmond jersey, which is amazing. I love it, by the way, with the banter on it and everything. Great show. We've talked about Ted Lasso.
I love
before.
it. I love it.
I'm so mad that it's 3 seasons and done.
Yeah.
But it's just I find myself going back and watching different clips.
I have a logic behind that. I feel like that's what Apple's going to do, because it's before people could ask for more money. You know what I mean? So think about
keep it at 3 and then
3 and done, because then you don't get into like Friends that were all making like $1.6 million per episode by the end.
Yeah, but they're not hurting.
But also you miss it. You
You do. I thought that, there was always rumors with that show of conflict in the writer's room and all this other stuff. I have this feeling that it's going to get picked up by a different streaming platform. Somebody else is going to pay for the rights to that. I think so.
They wrapped it up in a nice bow.
They wrapped it up. Yes.
Right.
With the way the season started and it ended, I was kind of worried. Like 5 episodes in, I was like, I don't know if they can clean all this up. But they did wrap it up pretty.
But I feel like they
good.
didn't. They shot those first 4 not thinking it was their last season.
Of course not.
Yeah,
and you can tell.
Yeah, the way different characters were branching out, there was storylines.
There was
and all of a sudden
development through the roof.
Yeah, all of a sudden like, oh yeah, she's just not here anymore.
Yeah. Whoopsie.
They broke up.
Yeah.
So it was like, all right, but yeah.
So let's go fashion. Because I spent my Father's Day in pain on the couch, I might add, watching the Yankees lose the series to Boston, I might add. But then I had to look at Boston's awful City Connect jersey on Father's Day.
Okay.
And I mean, if you've seen it, I texted the group. I don't know
yellow
if you turned
ones,
it on.
the
yellow and blue.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. And it just says the word Boston on it. And that's how I say Boston. You can't just say Boston. You got Boston.
Yeah, it's how their transportation is.
It's terrible. They look like garbage men. And that's actually disrespectful to garbage men.
Yeah, I take offense to that.
Yeah, you should take offense to that.
As a 14-year-old garbage man.
And then you go over and you look at Pittsburgh City Connect.
Right.
It's the same jersey.
It is.
Different font. And okay, the letters are black instead. But like, there had to have been some sort of deal with Nike and that color yellow.
I don't know.
I'm convinced. I guess it's a different color yellow. I don't like it.
Yeah, no, I don't like it at all. I think it's a lot of these grow on you eventually. Like Baltimore's kind of grown on me. Like, I'm not going to lie. But this one, it just looks like it's thrown together. And I saw a t-shirt of it and it looked even worse. It's just PGB, right?
PGH.
That's even worse.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I get it. It's supposed to connect with the city. So they're using a logo. So imagine if Philadelphia used their license plate
that's the theme. It's got to have something to do with the city.
It's got to connect to the city.
So what does Baltimore's have to do with?
So the actual
the aquarium.
Yeah, exactly.
Seriously?
I'm not kidding.
Oh
there's odes to that. There's also like so that white chalk looking Baltimore thing is actually something they use in the arts area. So there's a lot of connection to it. But again, those explanations should probably come with all these posts. You know what I mean? And people should overly explain it. But can't be mad at what's happening in Pittsburgh right now. Like they're playing with house money. So
You ain't lying.
them and Cincinnati too, dude. Cincinnati's crazy right now.
God.
I
All right,
don't
so let's go through some baseball news here because that's what you guys are all might be waiting for.
Mhm.
Braves continue to steamroll the NL East. Phillies, you guys have taken the last 3 of your 5 since we last saw each other with a very, and we'll get into this weekend because I see my partner sitting on his hands right now. He can't wait to get to it. But big series, the Mets come to town, Philly. Y'all don't have to tell you. You guys are probably playing as we speak or getting ready to play, I should say. Big matchup.
Huge.
Senga.
Yeah.
Is that how you guys say his name now? 'Cause
Senga.
it's Sega Genesis.
It's very
Senga.
close. Very close.
Senga tonight against Walker. So I mean, look, Walker
old
had a
Met.
Walker had a
versus new Met.
great outing the last time he pitched.
No, Walker's been great, man. I told you when the Phillies picked up Walker, I thought he could give them what Wheeler has. Like I feel like they're great, a 1-2 punch in that aspect. So I think that he's going to come out of his shell, have a great rest of the season, and the Phillies are going to advantage Phillies for that for sure.
Yeah, I mean, last time he pitched was against the A's last weekend. He pitched 8 innings.
Yeah,
my issue
with Senga is the simple fact that I think his pitches are so nasty, even the umpires don't know what to call him. So he's he's drawing a lot of walks. The innings that he's pitching seem like he's pitching out of trouble a lot, and they said that that's customary. That's what he did in Japan, but so far so good. I still think he's in the running for Rookie of the Year, and I'm excited to have him. If I was a Met fan, which I am, I'd be excited to have him on my team.
Yeah, no, he didn't do too bad. His last time up was against the tough Cardinals team. Still had 8 strikeouts with 4 earned runs.
He gets a ton of strikeouts, but like I said, it's like it's a nail biter every inning.
Yeah, I mean, dude, anytime you're watching an electric pitcher fall behind an account just to work his way out of it, it's frustrating. But like you said, that's what he does in Japan. So big things over in the NL. The Pirates are starting to climb a little bit. Cincinnati's still on a tear. Joey Votto, I mean, stupid. You had to tell me about it.
It's like a WWE promo. It's so great, dude. It's so great. Stop.
Yeah, it's great for the sport.
It is.
It's dumb.
And Cincinnati.
But
we
it's
need
great
more
for the
of
sport.
that stuff.
And Cincinnati. You're right.
And
I
his
can picture
swagger.
Todd doing something
He's
like
a
that.
veteran. He's a veteran.
He's been with the Reds his whole career.
Joey Votto. He's always looks like he's got a chip on his shoulder.
Because he does.
Shows up, cowboy hat, red suit, black bat, walks into the dugout in this promo. Boom. And in the back of my mind, I was like, I hope my man hits a home run.
You have to.
You have to.
You have to.
You can't cut this promo. And you can't get injured that day.
Yeah, go 0 for 4.
Yeah, 0 for 4 and then leave with a pulled hamstring. That would have been some old man stuff. And nobody would have gotten a shot again past the age of 36. But yeah, no, he comes in, hits a home run. He's that veteran presence they need on this amazing team. They're on a streak that unfortunately, the baseball gods might end tonight. Atlanta Braves versus Cincinnati. Advantage Braves because of the situation of eventually you got to come back to reality. Baseball will remind you hey, look, you're not going to win every day. You're not. So it just seems like the Braves get lucky a lot.
Well, Philly knows that more than anybody else. I mean, a tough loss on yesterday in 10.
Yeah.
Don't look at the box score. It was a hell of a lot closer than
a lot closer.
You think it
for
is.
sure.
I mean, that would have been great. A nice little split with Atlanta before rolling into having the Mets come to town.
Exactly. Yep.
And all teams in the NL East playing great ball. Don't let the records fool you.
Yeah.
The Nationals. Hold on a second. The Nationals. They're not playing good ball at all.
Right.
But everybody else, man. There's the Marlins, Phillies, Mets, Braves. It's a mess. But
the Mets
we'll
just keep finding a way to lose, which is remarkable. They lose 10-8. They lose 8-6.
Quite impressive.
They're up by 3. But I keep pushing that DraftKings money line up by 2.
Heck yeah.
Promo and
why not?
Why not?
Well, we're going to push some more promos after the break. We're also going to talk about how Ohtani has the Angels on his back. Phillies, stay with us. This is The Divide live on Fox Sports The Gambler.
One is a Mets fan. The other is a Yankees fan. Together, they make the perfect show. It's The Divide with Mike and Corey right here on The Gambler.
That's right, everybody. Welcome back to The Divide live on Fox Sports The Gambler. What you didn't see is during the break, My co-host, the professional that he is, he went and pooped. And he made it back in
I
time.
did
He made it back to his seat in time.
Oh,
Take
man.
that, Juan Soto.
Now
we
we're
get it done.
We went from Fox Sports to Fox News with that fake news right there, dude.
It was
I wish I
believable,
did.
though.
Also, this is gonna play live at Xfinity on breaks. So way to ruin my live without even going. Yeah, Corey will not be with me in Xfinity on Saturday.
So yes,
tomorrow.
let's get to the good news here
He's
before
trying
we
to be a
break
good
everything
dad.
open. Here we go. The Divide Live will be at Xfinity Live for tomorrow's game before
Yes.
the game starts at 12 o'clock.
Right.
My co-host, Mike, my partner in crime, or I should say the host. I'm the co-host here.
No, we're
he
yeah.
will. I know.
Yeah,
He gets so
no.
mad when I do
Yeah,
it.
sure.
He'll be there. Mike will be there. This is going to be the perfect split, everybody. You
Yeah.
don't want to hear a Yankee fan
No,
talk
nobody
about
does.
the Mets and the Phillies. You want to hear a Mets fan. So Mike's going to be there, and we'll let Mike plug it all. He's got a couple of special guests. I'm mad that I'm not going to be there. But, daddy duty is daddy duty. Just
No,
like my partner's duty during the break. Go ahead, Spy. I'm sorry.
It's unreal. Well, you could go to our YouTube and see that I did not leave our chair. In fact, I plugged a promo. But anyway, that's the only thing I plugged. So yeah, I will be at Xfinity Live at the PBR bar on the porch, giving away stuff with PC Richard and Son. It's going to be fun. I'm going to have the cast of characters from Fox Sports The Gambler, a bunch of Philly influencers as well. One Sheffield Scheffler. You may know him on TikTok, Instagram. Awesome guy. We've been connecting on Instagram and other socials, and we're always like trying to figure out a way we could, get that divide going. So he's going to help out. Chris Sack from Baseball Brunch. He's going to come. He's going to do the doubleheader. He's going to hang out with me on Saturday, and then I'm going to hang out with him on Sunday on his show with Greg Murphy, radio legend for the Phillies. So it's exciting, man. And then of course Slash is going to be there, Kyle Slash Nunamaker, guy that when I created Powers Parlays, I called him immediately. I was like, other than Corey, I was like, hey, I'm going to do the second show. Want you involved? He's always, I talk to him at least twice a week, so it'd be kind of fun to create some content. Brace promised he will show up, but we know he's slippery.
Slippery Brace. I can't make fun of Brace anymore since we share the same neck.
Brace. Yeah. So it's look, it's gonna be a fun time. Like I said, we're gonna have giveaways. We're gonna talk Phillies. We're gonna talk Mets. I was talking to Sack, and he was talking about we're gonna do we're each by position, least favorite Met, and I'm going to do least favorite Philly. But also, we're just going to talk about both teams. I think they're on the up and up. Also, guy, Joe Mama.
I knew it was coming. I was like, this sounds like a setup.
No, yeah, Peyton's been doing that all week. So she actually said, if I get you to do it on the air and I clip it for her, she'll be excited. So no, Joe Mama will not be there. But like I said, it's going to be a fun time. Other sponsors with Xfinity are going to be entering the room on Saturday, and we'll talk about them that day. So if you're going to the game, stop by Xfinity Live, go over to the PBR bar, and you'll see us there.
I love it. And you know what? Even if you don't have tickets to the game, guys, Xfinity Live is a great place to go and watch the game.
Yeah.
And you all have mobile devices, I'm assuming. You can all still place bets while watching the game at Xfinity Live. You'll see Mike from the Divide Live along with all of the special guests. And I don't think we've ever discussed this on the show, so we're going to place a wager right here. If any of you see Mike in person and you guess his all-time favorite Met, he'll buy you a drink.
No, better yet, if you mention the cornhole event that we're doing between us and Wings and Things, we'll buy you twosome for the event.
There it is.
So
if you're avid listeners, come say hi. He's very approachable. Let him know you're listening. You're thinking about going to cornhole. We'll hook you up and see what his favorite Met. The answer might surprise you. What his favorite Met is.
Yeah, it's not going to surprise you. The funniest thing though is like when you say that. I can't tell you how many times we've done these events and somebody walks up right up to the table. What are you guys doing? What are you doing?
God.
Like right in front of the camera. It's
we'll let them know. So before COVID, we used to do these events all the time. And you can't see the studio, but obviously if you're watching YouTube, there's camera set up, there's lights set up. So it's not like we're two guys just talking at a table into some microphones. It looks like something is going on. You know what I mean? And it never fails. Even the golf outing in
Yes.
September,
Yeah.
a woman had her full-on derriere on camera
It did.
on our
Yeah.
live stream. We're
Well,
like,
most views we got.
we're like, you got to get out of the way. We're doing something
Even
here.
Bray stayed on longer.
I know. Maybe that's how he hurt his neck.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh God. Oh God.
no.
Crazy week. All right.
Yeah.
It's going to be an awesome event tomorrow.
Yeah.
Definitely, you should check it out.
Mhm.
What happened with this whole news thing? We didn't mention it at the top of the hour here, but the whole Titanic sub thing.
Yeah.
Are we getting like? It was okay, fun and jokes, thinking they were going to find this, and then after finding out the sad news that the 5 people perished and it kind of imploded. Dude, have you checked social media? The memes are still going.
I know.
The humanity, man.
I saw a score. It was Titanic 2, millionaire, billionaire
bro.
0.
And some of it, it's like I can't. It's
I get
sad.
that.
People
Yeah.
died, but some of them, it's like you just catch yourself laughing. You're like, oh my God, am I a bad person?
If somebody told me in '93 when I was going on my first date with Stephanie, shout outs to her, 5th grade, dude.
Oh yeah.
That the Titanic movie, the sequel would be made in 2023.
Good God,
it's crazy because
bro.
it's coming. It's coming. They're definitely
They're
making a movie
already
out of
like
that.
releasing a documentary about it.
I'm sure they
this
are.
weekend or something.
That's
Something insane.
crazy.
There's some British TV station that started making the documentary about because the dude put it together with the submarine a bit popsicle sticks and Xbox controllers.
He was like, I got this at Fortune off.
No, and that's why I think everybody's kind of doing the whole Monday morning quarterback thing. Number one, nobody feels bad for anybody because they're rich people that paid $250,000 a clip.
Fair.
Should not be the reason, but I feel like a majority of people are like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And then the fact that you were saying they'd assign they'd assign how much stuff? 3 different
That's
warnings saying
crazy.
there's a possibility things could go terrible.
Uh,
They still did that.
Uh-huh.
And then, there was something was released. It was video footage of the guy explaining how he made it. And it was in the cheapest way possible.
oh my God. Like a PlayStation 2 controller, which we actually use to navigate our nukes and stuff. So it is actually a really good controller. I'm not trying to throw shade at this, but yeah, there was other parts where he's like, this handle, I got it from your furniture store. It was just, it was weird. It was very, very strange. And even the toilet was suspect. It just didn't seem like something you would want to do.
I don't understand why anybody wants, you could see it crystal clear
Right.
on your TV screen.
Yeah. I was,
Why do you have to go? But
yeah.
I'm also I was telling you before, I'm the conspiracy. I don't believe in a lot of conspiracies.
Yeah.
Some people are like, well, there's this pipeline thing that's getting passed and it's up for vote in the middle of the US and something had to distract everybody so they could just pass it. So they use this as a distract. I'm like, guys, get off the internet. You know what I mean?
We're gonna
that
distract
type of
ourselves. If
conspiracy.
it wasn't
Exactly.
this, it'd be something else.
Exactly.
It'd be something else.
However, I've said it before on the show, I believe. I don't think we've ever been to the moon. I don't.
I get you.
I don't. And here's why, people. I'll say it. We haven't been back. You're telling me we've been to the moon in the 60s and now
Fair.
we just go up in space and fly around the earth for fun, but nobody wants to go back and land on the moon again?
Yeah. Here's why. Because I think it's the same thing. My theory of if I was the first person to go see the Titanic wreckage, I'd risk my life to see it. Because I could be Christopher Columbus, I could be Neil Armstrong type thing. When you're the first, you put me in a tin can, shoot me off to Mars. I'm cool with that.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm the 10th, 12th, 15th, and the risk is still there, I'm out.
I just don't.
Yeah.
I just feel like
I'll wait till it's commercial.
The moon. I mean, come on.
Even though it's Elon Musk, we kind of go into space, but we kind of don't. Shooting William Shatner in there and all these other people. I'm not about that life. I'm not doing that. I don't trust this guy.
But with space travel, the most you can argue, or in my dumb brain, my argument is the most dangerous part is you getting into space.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Getting
with
shot
the
up in the
Titanic
sky.
thing, all right, the most dangerous part is you getting down in to see the Titanic because of the pressure.
No, so the pressure, the drowning, there's so many other things that could go wrong. Also,
orcas.
Yeah, dude, no joke. And then also I have a theory. You want to talk tinfoil hats? I'll put mine on.
Let's do it.
I think all the aliens are underwater.
Stop.
I do.
No, aliens are clearly in space, Mike.
No, I think when they come here, they know something underneath our water or there's more activity down there than we think, and they're shooting down there to get some resources that we have no idea about.
I think
And they're like, these stupid humans, they're walking land. Like, it shows you like using the bathroom and stuff like that. They're like, meanwhile, we're taking all their gold.
oh
You know,
my
like, I think
God.
that's why they're here. I don't think they're here to mess with us. I think they're here to, they know something below the sea, or like maybe they're drilling into the core and they're going to blow us up from the center,
Whoa.
you know, and it will save their solar system because we're messing theirs up. I'm telling you, there's something going on.
I just said I don't think we've been to the moon.
yeah,
This
I get
is
that.
listen.
Uh-huh.
No conspiracy is crazy. We can
Yeah,
all
yes,
have our
they are.
thoughts.
Yes,
We
they
can
are.
all have our thoughts. Speaking of conspiracies, there's no conspiracy here. Shohei Ohtani is carrying the Angels on his
Oh my
back.
God.
Guys, his numbers are insane. When you have a guy that leads in both pitching and hitting, it's time to really reevaluate what you have going on here.
Yeah.
Pulling up the numbers now. I mean, they're just. Oh God, I wish. Here we go.
Oh God, I wish
I
I wish
wish-
I prepared
I
for
wish-
this.
No. Let's see. Pitching. Let's see.
No, yeah, dude,
He's batting 301. He's got 46 runs, 22 home runs on it, 54 RBIs already. It's just, Jesus Christ. 105 strikeouts. The ERA of 3.29. It's just, come on.
Yeah, there's
six
not a-
wins, leading the team with 6 wins. Like, he's probably pitched. Never mind. He's insane. He's
Yeah.
insane.
I think it's funny because our guys over at Stuff About Sports, they were talking about Babe Ruth. Is he over or
I
underrated?
did. I voted on that. I think
Yeah.
he's properly rated. I wouldn't say he's
I
overrated.
think he's overrated.
Why do you say he's overrated?
Because of the simple fact that he wouldn't even be close. Like, that body style could not perform the way it did now.
Right, but we're not.
Yeah.
We're not saying now. That's
Yeah.
like what I hate, and we've talked about this again. That's why I hate the Michael Jordan, LeBron talk, because
I
it's
get
like,
that.
and that's
Mhm.
not even that far fetched. Like, if you played both in their prime, I
Mhm.
think it'd be a lot more interesting. But back then, this is when guys are smoking in the dugout, tobacco's whatever. You know what I mean? Asbestos is in every home. Like, this is the good old America. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just he's drinking
It's
beer and
fair.
eating hot dogs before he walks out to a very low mound. Like, it's just.
Also, like, I just don't think, although like his Red Sox pitching career was great, after that, I think it kind of died down as a Yankee. I don't.
Well, yeah, they
Yeah.
use him more for his bat at the Yankees.
Of
than
course,
anybody
yeah. I
else.
mean, with that short porch, you gotta you use everybody for your bat.
You just had to go there.
And I did.
You had to go there.
Um,
I think to make an argument about Babe Ruth and
it's hard. It's hard. I get that.
I'll get in trouble for this. You can even talk Wayne Gretzky. When Wayne Gretzky broke through as this
It's fair.
crazy elite player,
Mhm.
he was way ahead of his time from when the game had to catch up to him.
Yeah.
If Gretzky played in today's NHL, he would not be the all-star. He'd be a great scorer. He'd definitely be a first-line guy, but Gretzky used to go coast to coast without touching anybody, shoot
Yeah.
and score when goalies barely knew how
Well,
to take angles.
Even Tiger Woods, you could argue that he gave birth to all these amazing golfers now.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't the regimen they did. You had more people like Phil Mickelson than you did athletes that you have now all over the sport.
I'll agree.
So-
Speaking of which, we cover it all here at the Divide Live. Don't forget to check out our socials, Instagram, Twitter, and then Facebook, the Divide Live. Drop us a line. We have our Give Us a Shot YouTube. We also have the Fox Sports The Gambler YouTube. You guys can go hit the subscribe button, drop a comment, take a look at us and what we look like when we're in the studio. Sometimes I change my shirt, sometimes I don't. It's really just it's a random
I'm
game we
cognizant
play.
of that. Like,
It's what?
I'm very cautious of that. Like, I was like, oh, last week I want to wear my Kenny Powers shirt again. I want to wear that every day. I love them, and I have other ones. I should just rotate them. But I was like, I wore that like a week ago, and I didn't cut many clips from last week. Germ salvaged one clip that we could use from that terrible audio. I was like,
God, yeah.
I was like, all right, I'll go with my my banter.
Yeah, I love it. Like I said, I
I
love
love it too. I wish it was a real app though. They missed the boat with that. Even
I
if
know.
it was, it
Is
just took
AFC
you to-
Richmond a real team?
No, I don't
Oh.
think so.
See, now I kind of wish it was. I would go and
do.
visit AFC Richmond. They need to make one.
But it's based off of so the Geezers, which is whatchamacallit, the team, their rival team. they actually have a rival, and it's actually very similar to this story.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of cool, and they're within like driving, not even like it's like literally like Northeast Philly and Center City, like they're close to where they live next to each other. So yeah, they hate each other. Like they're it's a bigger rivalry than like the Mets Yankees or Mets Phillies for sure.
Nice.
Yeah.
We got to take a quick break, everybody. Coming up next, we're going to talk Verlander and his nice little homecoming to Houston during the past series. He got that nice little World Series ring, but that's about all he got when he went out there. We're going to talk about that and much, much more. This is The Divide live on Fox Sports The Gambler. You don't interrupt the outro.
Sorry.
You're listening to The Divide right here on The Gambler.
And we are back, Philly. You know what? Looking at this baseball for both Philly, New York teams, anything in this, what we call our tri-state area, because I know the real tri-states like New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, which is dumb.
I don't think it's the real. I think that's their tri-state area.
That's what we heard growing up. We heard tri-state, but when I say tri-state and when you say tri-state, I think we mean New Jersey, New York,
Philly,
and
that's
Pennsylvania.
How I grew up.
At least the Philly side of Pennsylvania, because we don't care about the Pittsburgh side of Pennsylvania, not at all. But let's kind of get into Philly's nice injuries. Ballpark. Have you looked at the IL for the Phillies?
No,
it's like non-existent, dude.
I know.
They're like a completely healthy team.
Bryce
it's amazing.
Harper's back.
And then you go over and you look at the Yankees IL, and it's like, who's not on this damn thing? The Judge re-up for another 10-day.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that 20 home runs is looking good.
I know. Great news. He can now balance on his toe in water.
Did you see that one fan that was like heckling him and he was like really weirded out? He was like, "I'll give you my toe." It was so weird, dude. God, fans get too close to these guys. Man. And like he could hear him.
Someone that put their mortgage up, that he's hitting and 40 home runs.
He's giving him the like not trying, like, "Yo, dude, you're creeping me out," like side eye. Like it was so great. He's like, "I'll give you my toe, and just get back out."
It's been almost a month. He's been out almost a month for a toe.
Oh.
Willie Calhoun, guy's got 5-6 home runs on the year. He's on the 10-day. He's injured his quad. If you ever seen what Willie Calhoun looks like, you'll understand why he didn't injure his quad and hamstring trying to run, unhitch that trailer. Rodon just got on the IL 60-day for his back and forearm. Franchi, poor Franchi, all the way down playing AAA Scranton. Nestor, 15 days. It's just, I feel like everybody.
You get an IL. You get an IL stint.
And mainly pitchers.
It's like, what happened in June? We were on vacation.
Yeah.
They are not the boys of summer, huh?
No, they're not. No, they're not.
That's great.
But let's go back to Verlander. Verlander went to Houston last week, right? Or beginning of this week, whatever day it is. I don't know what day
Tuesday.
Tuesday. There we go.
20th.
Returned to Houston to get his nice little World Series ring.
Yeah.
So proud, so happy. They honored him with it.
So strategic.
Amazing. And then he gave up 4 runs, and those were the 4 runs that cost them.
And he proved he was still playing for Houston.
That's right.
Still winning games for Houston.
That's right. We know where he put his money.
Nah, it's oh geez. Yeah, hopefully he's not betting on that. Yeah. But look, yeah, it's dude, it's been tough. What you just ran through his stats. He's 2-4, right?
2-4, 4.5 ERA. He's got 44 strikeouts. Whip is 1.212. So
him and Max, man, they're struggling. They're definitely starting to creep up in age. Other than Max's last start, his slider has given up more home runs than it did all of last season, which is crazy. But also that's a Fugazi kind of number because he didn't play that much last season either. He was on the IL a lot. The Mets as a whole, they've already lost over 40 games. To give you an idea, they didn't lose their 40th game last year to almost mid-August.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So they are definitely struggling for sure. The offense is not, and that's what concerns me because the offense is about everybody's clicking on. Tommy Pham is producing. Vogelback now, he got a couple days off. He's producing. Their average runs is high, but their wins are non-existent.
And if you remember, Philly, that was the same boat you guys were in about a month ago.
Yeah.
I mean, you were producing a little bit of offense and your pitching couldn't get on the same page. Yeah, and then when you stopped producing runs, that's when your pitching was, but it just wasn't.
Difference was with the Phillies, it was their starting pitching. But you knew it was going to turn. They have really good starting pitching.
Correct.
Same with the Mets, right? So that's a parallel right there. The Mets bullpen is trash compared to the
You're
Phillies
right.
bullpen.
I mean, you
It's
said it
absolute
yourself.
trash.
You can
Ottavino,
go
there's
into the
nobody.
5th or 6th inning with a
Yeah.
3-game lead
Yeah. Now
or
with
a
Drew Smith
3-run
out.
lead, and
Yeah.
you can't turn the TV up. You know there's no such thing as a sure thing.
No, like dude, that last game in Houston, it was brutal, man. They had a big lead. I want to say it was like 5-1. You knew they weren't. I was like, oh, it's only the 3rd inning. Don't worry, they'll come back. It was a seesaw match. It could have went either way because both teams are struggling so bad, but their offenses clearly are clicking, right? So and it ended up being 10-8. But dude, it was a slugfest. Like 18 runs in one game. Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah,
You know?
after the 4th inning. And
Yeah.
that's when things got real.
Got crazy, dude.
Yeah, man. It's just this game that we love so much is just not forgiving.
And I'm hoping, even with the weather, how it's supposed to be this weekend in Philly, I think you're going to see that same type of performance. I think that, the Phillies just lost a heartbreaker. They're going to come out swinging on today, and then Saturday, Sunday, it's going to be fun, dude.
Yeah. It's going to be great.
I can't tell you how many times the Mets have come to Philly and turned their seasons around. So this is a big weekend for the Mets. For the Phillies, it's a
big weekend for both teams. And as a guy that has no stake in the game other than what you're going to tell me to bet tomorrow, this is where you either go to get your heart broken or you go to, like you said, turn your season around. What was it, 2 years ago? We went into Philly hoping the Mets would turn their season around, and Philly just destroyed the Mets for your birthday. Happy birthday.
Thanks,
that was all the way back in August.
We're going to do it this year in Baltimore now.
Yes.
Same outcome.
But no, I mean, I think you're right. You lose a divisional heartbreaker just to go into a weekend divisional matchup against two teams that are very closely matched up. It's going to be a fun series. Hopefully, and this is what I don't want to bring up because I don't want to jinx it, but like you had mentioned the weather. The weather is the only thing that could play a factor here, because if you get a game going and you end up getting in a rain delay,
it would be great. That, we could win in 5 innings.
Or even just if your pitching's not there, you get in a rain delay and you got some time to work some things out, then I've seen that before too.
Not mad at that. For sure.
It should be fun. Philly, again, don't forget, check by Xfinity Live before the game. 12 o'clock.
Yes.
Is when Divide Live and Friends, we'll call it, is kicking it off. It's going to be a fun time, man.
Yeah.
I feel like this is going to be the kickoff season of Divide Live. Lives.
We're actually going to be live.
Yeah.
Which is great.
No, it's going
it's going to be a fun time. I can't wait. Honestly, I hate doing things without Corey, but it's for a good reason. We need to get back, dip our toe back in the waters that we created.
Yes.
I'm excited to do it. It's going to be we're pulling out all the stops. There's going to be so many giveaways, so much fun, crowd interaction, great guests, content for days. It's going to be a cool day. So if you're in the area, come join us. Yeah, and Philly, you got a lot to celebrate right now, so I wouldn't be shocked if it's a sea of red I'm talking to.
Yeah.
But
for all of you that have been yelling at us via DMs, you now have a chance to yell at Mike to his face.
Dude, I don't know if you saw the DMs. They're like, "Oh, you're on our turf now?"
That's exactly.
They're like, "Okay, let's go."
God, Philly, that's the real reason I'm not going. I talk a lot of smack. Mike is pretty neutral with everything.
I try.
I talk a lot of smack.
Also, I had to listen. Aaron Seifert, Mike Seifert, Mike and I grew up together, kindergarten till graduation day. He married this beautiful girl, Erin. They both worked at Xfinity. Mike now runs a restaurant in LBI, which we're also going to do a live, which he requests for you to be there because he is a Yankee fan.
I'm there.
But Aaron has set this up, and the one thing I promised her was I'm not going to cause a revolution. So I'm going to be neutral. I'm going to be a baseball journalist for sure, and that's my passion, man. I love baseball, so I'm not going to overdo it. But if you want to go back and forth about which team historically is worse, I'm going to hit you with some cold hard facts, Philly.
That's
so
right.
Let's go.
So Philadelphia, if you're in town tomorrow, you will see my co-host Mike right before the Phillies game. Other than that, we together as a group will see you next week. Stay good, stay safe. I don't know. Go Phillies, go Mets. Do you have any predictions before we get out of here?
No, I want to kind of save him for Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
He's
saving
dude,
it all
it's
for
a
tomorrow.
crazy the lineups are nuts, man. The pitching rotation coming up, it's going to be a fun weekend. That's what my prediction is. It's going to be crazy. Can't wait to be in the booth with Chris Sack, Greg Murphy on Sunday morning. So if you can't make the game Saturday, make sure you tune into Baseball Brunch. Sean Brace will be in the area all weekend too, and we're going to make some nasty content. Make sure you go to Fox Sports The Gambler on YouTube and check us out at giveusashot.network. Good
There
night.
it is, guys. It's going to be a blast. Have fun. We'll see you then.